Why did national identity emerge over old loyalties in Scandinavia? Imagine living in a time when your loyalty was to your local lord or your family clan, not to a nation. That was the world in Scandinavia many centuries ago. Back then, the region was made up of different kingdoms and unions, like the Kalmar Union, which included Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. These political groups were held together mainly by royal families, not by a shared sense of national pride. Over time, especially after wars and territorial losses, people started to see themselves differently. They began to identify more with their own ethnicity and language rather than the ruling dynasty or empire. During the 18th and 19th centuries, a new idea took hold called cultural nationalism. This movement focused on common language, stories, and history that connected people. Scandinavians started to see their shared past through old sagas and medieval legends, which helped build a collective identity. This was a shift from old loyalties based on dynasties to a sense of belonging based on culture and history. It was like discovering a common story that everyone could be part of, regardless of which royal house they belonged to. Political and military events also played a big role. When Denmark lost Norway in the year 1814, or when Sweden faced setbacks like losing Finland to Russia, it made people think more about their nation as a whole. These defeats made old loyalties to dynasties less important and encouraged a focus on building a strong, unified nation. People started to see the nation as their main community, not just their local or family ties. Language was another key factor. The Danish, Norwegian, and Swedish languages are very similar, which made it easier for people to communicate and share stories. This linguistic closeness helped foster a sense of shared identity. Literature, folklore, and history became tools to reinforce the idea that they belonged to a larger community. As Scandinavia moved into the modern era, new institutions like schools, armies, and government offices helped promote national loyalty. Teaching children in their own language and celebrating national holidays made the idea of the nation more real in everyday life. These institutions created a sense of pride and belonging that went beyond old loyalties to kings or local rulers. Finally, Scandinavia's position in Europe also mattered. Being somewhat on the edge of the continent meant these countries could develop their own identities without too much interference from bigger powers. Norway and Iceland, for example, worked toward independence, which strengthened their sense of nationhood even more. So, in the end, the shift from old loyalties to national identity in Scandinavia happened because of the decline of multi-ethnic empires, the rise of shared language and history, the impact of wars and territorial changes, and the development of institutions that promoted a common sense of belonging. All these factors work together to help people see themselves as part of a nation rather than just members of a local or dynastic group.